Hey guys, today we're going to be talking about the LFP Model 3, so if you're interested, stay tuned. So I'm sure you're wondering, what's LFP? Well, basically, it's a battery chemistry that Tesla uses out on the Model 3s that come out of Giga Shanghai. LFP, or lithium iron phosphate, is the battery chemistry that they use when they make the Model 3s out at Giga Shanghai. But out here in North America, they do NCA, which is nickel, cobalt, aluminum, is the battery chemistry that they use out here in North America to make the North American Model 3s. And now a word from today's sponsor, which is the app Optiwatt. Optiwatt can help you manage your Tesla home charging so you can save the most amount of money while charging at home. It's a totally free app that lets you integrate your home with your utility company. All you do is put in your address and the app knows which utility company you have and what your electricity rate is. It will then manage your charging for you and only charge when the rates are at the lowest. All you have to do is plug in and forget about it. Optiwatt also shows you all your electricity data so you know exactly how much charging your Tesla costs you each month. If you want to leave in the morning at a certain time and at a certain percentage charge, you can put that into the app and the app will have the car ready for you at that time while only charging at the lowest rates. This app takes the scheduled time, departure time feature in the native Tesla app to a whole new level and more. To learn more and get the app, go to getoptiwatt.com. So obviously I wouldn't be making this video if the LFP Model 3 didn't have advantages over the NCA Model 3. So the big one that everyone talks about is degradation. So when you first learn about EVs and battery charging and things like that, you learn that you can't charge a car like you charge your phone, basically to 100% every night. We always talk about you have to charge it to 90% or 80%. That way there's a little bit of space for those electrons to move, and that way the battery doesn't degrade, if you're charging it to 100%. So with the LFP battery chemistry, all that goes out the window and you don't have to worry about it. You can charge it to 100% every night and not have to worry about degradation. So that is the beauty of this battery chemistry, is you can treat your car basically like your phone and just plug it in every night and charge it to 100% and not have to worry about it. One small disadvantage though is that the LFP Model 3 comes with 253 miles of range, whereas the NCA Model 3 comes with 262 miles of range. So if we dig a little bit deeper, it's not really a disadvantage, and I'll explain why. 9 miles of range difference just at face value is not really a big deal, but where it really catches up is in the degradation department. So as you may or may not know, the normal NCA batteries do degrade, and so you'll see the most degradation over the first year, and that's when the curve kind of tapers off. And so by that time, you're probably going to be about the same range anyways if you were to buy the LFP or the NCA because of the degradation on the NCA battery chemistry. Now over time, the LFP batteries do degrade, but it's not nearly as much as the NCA variant. And so basically over the long run of the car, the LFP batteries will have less degradation than the NCA batteries. One other disadvantage of the LFP batteries are they just don't do as well in colder climates. So that's just part of the chemistry. So if you do live in a cold area, you will have to take that into consideration. And one other thing too is the LFP batteries are less energy dense, which means the car overall is heavier, which is going to impact range just a little bit. So there are pros and cons to both variants, so choose wisely depending on the climate you live in and your daily usage needs. I'd recommend the LFP Model 3 if you have a longer daily commute and you really need to charge up that battery every day. That's where this variant will shine because you can just charge it up to 100% every day and have a full range of the car and not have to worry about the degradation. So if you were to look on Tesla's website, it doesn't explicitly tell you, hey, this is an LFP Model 3 or this is an NCA Model 3. So there are ways to tell which one is which. And the first one is the range. So as I mentioned earlier, the LFP has 253 miles of range and the NCA has 262 miles of range. Another way is to look at the gross weight of the vehicle. So the gross weight of the LFP Model 3 is 4,658 pounds. And the way you can tell that is if you look at your driver's side front door jamb, it'll tell you the gross weight of the vehicle there along with your tire pressure information. And one other way to figure this out is if you're to look at your charging screen. If you look on the NCA charging screen, it'll have little lines for daily usage and trip. And on the LFP one, it just has basically a 50% and 100% line. So that's another difference where you can tell the LFP from the NCA Model 3. Currently, the SR Plus is the only Model 3 variant that you can get the LFP batteries in for the North American market. And so the reason why Elon decided to do this is because the wait time for the SR Plus is like 8 months right now. And so basically, if you want a chance to get the SR Plus faster, then you can go hunt for the LFP Model 3 to get it faster. And so basically what they're doing is, I think Shanghai has enough capacity over there, even with the demand in Asia, to build more battery packs. And so what they're doing is they're building these LFP battery packs in Shanghai and shipping them over to Fremont to build LFP Model 3s over here as well. So for a short time, you could actually go on Tesla's website and literally just order the LFP Model 3 right there. It would say, hey, here's the Model 3 SR Plus for 253 miles. Click your order button and you will get the car whenever you get the car. But they have since done away with that. So if you were to go on Tesla's website today, you would see the normal NCA variant on the website. So how do you go about getting an LFP Model 3 when you can't order it from the website? The answer is easy. It's Tesla inventory. So if you're willing to hunt for the LFP Model 3 because it makes more sense to you than the NCA Model 3, then you can go hunt for it on the inventory and hopefully you can find it there. I do have some links to some inventory websites that basically make it easier to track inventory, and I think can give you notifications if you're looking for a specific model in your area. So I'll link those in the description. This actually reminds me of a couple years ago when they were building the Stealth Performance Model 3, where it's basically the same thing, where basically they just build these batches of one variant and then send them out to all these different Tesla stores. So you'd have to be on the lookout if you wanted to get one. And basically this does give you potential to get the car, the SR Plus, in a shorter amount of time. Because like I said, the wait right now, I think is like 8 months. It's until this next May that you would get it. And so you have potential to get an SR Plus LFP Model 3 in literally like a month or maybe even shorter, depending on the inventory in your area and what pops up. So now that you have the info on the LFP Model 3, does the hunt and potential less wait time entice you to go for it? Let me know in the comments. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and thanks for watching.